So it is one-on-one. But if you ask me about anything unrelated to astrology, I reserve the right to end the call prematurely and keep your money. That's my policy. Libra, Pluto, Moon, Lilith, first house. Cool. Again, guys, I'm not a vending machine. If you want me to read your information, you can pay me for that. I illuminate through the process of elimination and help eliminate. Process of elimination is a useful tool. Thank you for the donut. I find my lipstick is getting real crusty. Is it looking real crusty? Am I still mirrored right now? Ew. Or unmirrored? Thoughts on Libra with Taurus. They're both ruled by Venus. That's my thoughts. I'm a Libra and I just got a divorce from a Taurus though, so it doesn't mean they're compatible. It just means they both could be delusional about their relationship for the sake of harmony, you know? But they'll agree about that. That's all Astrology is much deeper than just me being like, here's your sun signs together. Woohoo. Like, there's a lot more to compatibility than that. Link in bio if you want a reading. Waking up with the asteroid Juno, not a lot. It's related to your marriage, though. It's related to marriage. It's got something to do with the nature of your marriages and spouses and stuff like that. Next is a Taurus. Also did not end well. I don't think most relationships end, well. But, I would say we ended it maturely. We had an uncontested divorce. Also, don't forget to follow, like the live, and share the live, and do all those, do the Holy Trinity of engagement. And check out the pinned videos at the top of my page if you want to know, starting information about astrology. If you're new here and you want to learn more about the basics, check out those top 3 videos, please. I am a snark. I am a troll. Don't take everything I say literally. I say that over and over again for a reason. Could you see compatibility in the chart for your marriage? I mean, here's the thing, is everybody you've been with had compatibility with you. It is really hard to deduce whether or not that relationship will last. I will say that my chart with my current partner is a lot more compatible based on what I wanted in a partner, what I needed and wanted. But my partner's chart from my marriage, my ex-husband's chart, is technically compatible with my chart. And basically you were attracted to them. You started the relationship with them for a reason. You know what I mean? There was energy there. There was energy present that attracted you initially, right? I can't believe you're still alive. Well, me either. I guess I can't really either. Do you know if your Juno described your ex-husband? It didn't. Yep. I'm glad you said it was compatible, but it didn't work out. Right, because every single relationship is for a reason. It might just be temporary. Precisely. People really cannot tell you, and until you're in the right fit, until you're in the right one, you don't know. You have no idea. It's so hard to deduce that because you're in that relationship because of the person that you are at that time. You have to learn whatever lesson that is. I could that's the thing is the asteroids just kind of, to me, express themes that are redundant from other parts of your chart. You could figure out a lot about there's so much shit about your relationships in your chart. Your whole personality contributes to your entire chart has to do with your relationship. Every aspect influences your relationship in some way because it's you existing with another person. So your entire chart is relevant. Do I really need to bring in another thing after 16 to 20 elements I'm already talking? Do I really need to bring in another thing? Like, your chart is already saying so much. It starts to get hairy. It starts to get confusing. After so many variables, you just have a point everywhere. And it's like, okay, having that much information is like having no information. You know what I mean? It's just so much. How does astrology tie into life events? Well, all of astrology's got, like, your whole Placidus chart is kind of telling the story of your life. Related to mental illness, check 6th house, 8th house, 12th house. It'll tell you about mental illness. Those are the primary things, and aspects to your moon, I think. It's really about the perception of yourself. Your relationships are mirror images of the lessons you need to learn. Your relationships are mirroring a lot about you at the time that you're in them. It's just because info in my chart is kind of not 100%. Maybe you just didn't have it interpreted right. Because astrology is never wrong. It's just the interpreter. It's like the computer is never wrong. It's the user who doesn't know how to use the system. What the fuck? I think it's why I stopped driving so deep into it, because I got to the point that I'm like, I think that's why I stopped diving so deep into it, because I got to the point where I know enough. I seem to feel about, like, I think a lot of people mistake width in astrology, like the width of, I feel like a lot of people mistake width of knowledge for depth of knowledge. Do you know what I mean by that? There's a difference in knowing things broadly and knowing things deeply. And that's why I'm kind of at a point where I refuse to expand beyond this realm that I've, like, the system that I feel like is enough. And for every astrologer, there is a different width to depth ratio, right? And some people have more width and more depth than other people, but, like, will they be able to explain it to another person? Maybe, maybe not. Does that make their interpretation of your chart better? Maybe, maybe not. Astrology has been so accurate for me. It's been wildly accurate. And the deeper I know the knowledge, the more accurate it gets.